Hello everyone. Today we will start a new chapter that is human development. So this chapter and terms human development and related topics we have studied in your last first book, that is human geography also. So in this book we will study this topic regarding to our country and different states. So let's start. So this chapter starts with the example of a girl named as Rekha, and she has been born in a farmer, born in a family of small farmer in Uttarakhand, that is in our state. So she has helped her household activities while her brothers went to studies, and she did not receive any education. And even after her marriage she got widowed, and she has to face very much neglection and economically means socially negligence, and her brother helped her to migrate to Delhi. So when the first time she traveled to Delhi, she first traveled by bus or by train, and exposed to large cities like Delhi, and there she see some large buildings and roads, avenue facilities, and very illusional amenities over there. So she got attracted by those things, while on the other hand she saw some slums, juggi jhopdis, and traffic jam, congestions, crime, poverty, and small children begging on street, like on roads, and people sleeping on footpaths, polluted water and air polluted airs. So she becomes surprised. That is, on the one hand there is development, and on the other hand there is underdevelopment. So she think, are these both terms coexist, or whether development help some segments of people, or does not help other segments of people, or does developments create haves or have nots. So she got surprised by these questions of herself. So development of a few reasons, individuals brought about in a short span of time, leads to poverty and malnutrition for many, along with large scale ecological degradation. So you will see that some societies are some people, very few number of people have almost all the facilities, while some does not have even the basic necessities of life. So she got confused between these development and underdevelopment conditions. So let's start this topic. Apparently it is believed that development is freedom, which is open associated, means it is believed that development is freedom, and it associated with modernization, leisure activities, comfort, affluence. But in context of present time, computerization, robotization, nanotechnology, industrialization, transport, communication, large education system, advanced and modern facilities, safety, security of individual, these are considered the symbol of development. So if someone asks you what are the symbols of development, you can easily recall these things in context of present times. So every individual, community, and government measures its performance or level of development in relation to ability of access and some of these things which I mentioned earlier. So this may be partial and one-side view of development. It is also called the Western or Eurocentric view of development. Means mostly Western countries are in the race of these amenities and these facilities, and they treat this as a view of development. In the last book, that is in human geography, I there was some new. I've told you about that Bhutan, in fact, of these circumstances, does not count as HDI for their development ranking. Whether it is the only country which take GNH as source of their development, that is gross national happiness. So they believe in spiritual and a spiritual thinking or spiritual happiness rather than materialistic happiness. So that's all about this introduction of development. So as you know that India, for India, development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivations. So you know that there are some areas are like metropolitan city and mega cities have almost all the modern facilities available to uh, small section of people. That point is very much notable. That is, even those developed cities of our country, the development is related to only to small section of population. That is, most of the our population is underdeveloped. So there are large you can even those in those mega cities, there are large area of slums and juggi jhopris around big amenities. And on the one side, in a large building, you can in a huge building, you can see that they enjoy good health infrastructure, good water, and good education for their children, while on the other hand you can see uh, people even starving for hunger, and even they cannot access to safe drinking water and sanitation. Are all these problems you can see side by side. So it is well established that majority of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, landless agriculture laborers, poor farmers, slum dwellers are the most marginalized section of our country. And even a most notable fact is that a large segment of female population is worst suffer among all these. So consequently, vast majority of people are compelled to live under abject poverty and subhuman conditions. So there is yet another interrelated aspects of development has direct bearing on the deteriorating human condition. So it pertains to the environmental pollution leading to the ecological crisis. So you must be familiar with the uh, deteriorating condition of like natural pollution of like air, water, soils, noise pollution. You can also see these are commons which exist in our societies. So after all, the poor are being subjected to three interrelated process of declining capability, that is social capabilities due to the displacement and weakening social ties, and second is environmental capability due to pollution, and third is personal capabilities due to increasing incidence of disease and accidents. So personal capability includes disease and accident that is related to person himself, and environment is related to the whole, that is pollution, any form of pollution, air, water, soil. And first is social capability, that is displacement of weakening social tie, means difference between haves and have not, the rich and poors. These are the social factors which are being studied in these three interrelated process of declining capabilities. So based on the above experience, it can be said that present development has not been able to address the issue of social injustice, regional imbalances, and environmental degradation. So these three are the major factors for underdevelopment, that is social injustice and regional imbalance. Like some cities have developed cities while other rural peoples are still underdeveloped. Then environmental degradation, and last is personal capability. So time to time there has been effort for has been made for the development, and most systematic effort was first been taken by human development report, that is presented by United Nations development program. So it was first given by 1990s. We have studied this in your book. And what is it's all about? Hello. Sorry for interruptions, children. So, according to Human Development Report 1993, uh, what they said, that progressive democratization and increasing empowerment of people are seen as minimum condition for human development. What they meant by that, that there should be progressive democratization, means democracy should be there in that state, and people should be empowered for minimum. These two factors, they took the minimum condition for human development of any areas. And they also mentioned that these are very important lines, that development must be woven around people, not the people around development. what they mean by that, कि डेवलपमेंट लोगों के आसपास होना चाहिए, ना कि डेवलपमेंट के आसपास लोग हों. So think and this statement, and try to just develop or condition your mind on these statement. These two are very important statement. So that's all for today. Rest we will study in next video. Thank you, children.